Okay, Kinders, we're going to paint today, and I want you to see what your tray would look like that Mrs. Milligan is going to bring to your table. I will bring it and I will pick it up. At the end, however, I want it to be organized just like this. Very carefully set your water on the tray and leave your paints open. That way they won't get goopy. And have Miss Paula all facing the same way. If you have dirty paper towels, wad them up and put on the edge of the table, and I will take care of them. Thank you. Today, artists, we're going to paint. There's several steps we have to do. You need to listen. As long as you listen, then we will have a great time today. Thank you, artists. What do today is, remember, half a pump will do. You have one per table, just a tiny little bit. Wash it in your laps, artist. Your hands in your lap, so then it won't get all over the table or our paper. After that, I want you to sit hands and eyes and wait for what's next. Kinders, you will have a messy mat that is a brown or colored piece of paper and a smaller white that I have got ready for you. You're going to take your name and you're going to, in the bottom right hand corner, what do? That's right, name check. Write your name and then put your pencil down. You don't need your pencil for the rest of the time. Okay, Kinders, we're going to use what's called an oil pastel. They're creamy. And you want to be careful, you don't want to get these all over yourself. So you're going to push up your sleeves if you need to. If they're short, let them be like me. And then you're going to take your oil pastel and you're going to remember those lines that we've made a while ago. What Mrs. Milligan wants you to do is create any kind of line design that you want. I'm going to give you an example now. However you want, though. I added some shapes in too. You can do that as well, artist. Set your oil pastel aside. Have it sitting like this. Sit hands and eyes or come to the floor. Mrs. Leave your sheet and come have a seat to watch the video, please. Share with your shoulder buddy. If you don't have anybody that sits next to you, that's okay. I'm going to set this aside. Mrs. Milligan's going to pick it up. Now, I want you to look at my tray of watercolors. These are called watercolors. See how there's hardly anything in there? There's still plenty to paint with, though, and we're going to have to wake them up. This is the warm side. Red, orange, yellow. Looks like the sun. These are the cool side colors, which are green, blue, and purple. And I have them separated, and we never, ever mix our colors. Everybody say never, ever mix our colors. Because we're sharing, artists, and then we talked last week about using Miss Paula. Remember how we use Miss Paula? We have our fingers on the grippy and we dippy. We pull Miss Paula towards us. We never ever have our fingers on the ferrule and we don't booty scoot. Remember, booty scoot is being rough with our paintbrush. Mrs. Milligan doesn't want to see that. If I see that, I'll take it away. Now, Mrs. Milligan told you that these need to be woken up. And I'm going to have them up here closer to the camera so you can see. So first I want you to do, artists, is to get your paintbrush, Miss Paula, and clean her hair really good, okay? Clean her hair, number 8. You might have a bowl that looks like this, or you might have a smaller one. You're probably gonna have to share. Then very carefully, on the edge, remember I'm not pounding my paintbrush because it'll splatter everywhere. Make sure that my brush is clean. Choose your color. You wanna choose the lighter color first. So if I'm gonna choose yellow, then I wanna choose yellow next because it's harder to get my paintbrush clean. Okay, artist, so I'm gonna choose my color. I'm gonna choose yellow, and watch what I do. I put a drop in there and I stir it around. My fingers are on the grippy, and look at how I'm stirring her around like she's a ballerina slipper. Now look, artist, look at all the paint that I've made from that little bit that was there. Now I don't want to use any other color because I'm using the yellow only. Then I'll set this aside and you're gonna share with your shoulder buddy so that yellow's woken up. And then I'm gonna come over here with my paintbrush. I'm gonna get closer in so you can watch me paint, artist. And this oil pastel will act as a barrier. Now, do you see how I'm holding my paintbrush up? I don't have it like this. I'm not grabbing it like a club, but I have my hand up. It's not on the paper. And I'm pulling Miss Paula towards me. Now, if I want to paint more yellow, I can go ahead and paint yellow. I'm going to scoot this over here, make sure you guys can see. I'm going to do the other circle yellow. And I've got my messy mat. I'm not over painting. I haven't added any more water to my paint, artist. So there's all the yellow that I want to do. Oh, I even want to do this one too. This one yellow over here. And I get some more paint. Still haven't gotten any water, artist. I'm going all the way to the edge. Okay, now it's time to clean my brush. So let me back it up so you can see. So here's my water bowl. Being very careful so I don't get water all over my paper. Number 8, swirl in a number 8. Clean her hair really good. Then I choose my next color. Maybe I want to choose green. So I'm gonna put the water, get up here where you can see, 1 drop of water. Now watch what Mrs. Milligan does. I stir it around like a ballerina. Now if my shoulder buddy already has the green ready, I can go ahead and use the green if the green is woken up. Otherwise I have to wake up the paint. Now I've got lots of paint ready. Very gently, I dab my brush, scoot this out of the way so you can see, and maybe I wanna just paint in here. Now artist, see, I have to be careful because that's wet and I want to get my hand or my arm in it. So I'm holding my brush up and I'm going, this is just with a little bit of paint that I have, I'm going all the way through and I'm doing these loops. Now look, boys and girls, I still haven't gone back to get any more paint. That's just what was on my brush. Did you know that white, and I'm going back to my paint, did you know that white can also be a part of your artwork? Meaning I don't have to paint all that if I want to. Now I'm gonna paint, oh, I got outside a little bit, that's okay. So I'm gonna change colors, what do? That's right, clean into number 8. Now when your water starts to turn color, it's okay, we can still clean our brush. Be careful, get the edge. You know, when we're doing the edge, be careful. And now I'm gonna start painting, so watch me please. If my brush gets dry, I add more water and make more paint. If it's scratchy, her hair is scratchy, we want to get more water and add more paint. Did you see where I didn't draw that, but I went ahead and painted it? So you can come in, artist, and paint and not draw with your oil pastel. How cool is that? So fill up your paper how you would want it to be filled up. When you're done, artist, you will set these aside, let them dry, and after that, you'll take them home today and get your coloring sheet out and color baby color. But first, artists, please make sure that we take care of Miss Paula and we clean her hair, we dry her and reshape her. To go back in and paint on something that was wet, it will mix and blend, so please don't do that. Here's how we clean our brush, artist. Number 8, swish her hair really good, gently on the side, and you have a half a piece of paper towel. You can take her, gently dry her hair, reshape it, and remember we set them on the tray so it can cuddle today.